Right now, I'm flying in a plane with a gaming PC between my legs at hundreds of miles an hour, pulling over 5 times my body weight, and wearing an AR headset for the military that is quite literally brighter than the sun. It all starts though with my buddy Glenn.
Dude,
hey,
I am so amped right now. What gotta do, man. Glenn and I go way back. We did actually the Castrol Edge thing.
Right here on the wall.
This was 2014?
Yeah, 2014.
One of the coolest things that still, even to this day, that I've ever been able to do on camera was virtual drift, which this guy had a huge part in. But this seems like it's maybe a slightly different level.
You know, we've definitely plussed up a little bit since back then. So we started Red 6 in 2018. It was just Dan and I and a couple partners and a few developers. And for 2.5 years, we started working through like, what are these concepts? So this was what we call EVE, our enhanced virtual environment. This was EVE 1.0. So this is what we did our ground demos with.
That was when things really properly
This was
kicked
2018,
off.
so this was right in the start.
Can we actually go and take a look and see the actual hands-on of what the headset looks like?
Yeah, of course.
Restricted, laser, do not enter.
Well, for you guys, we'll let you in.
Oh, thank you. Okay, so immediately see fun toys. So what are we looking at here?
So this is where we actually calibrate and verify all of our lenses. So this plate will actually shift around and it allows us to replicate human eyes at the distance they would normally be.
So I see a very clear looking photo of, is that a raptor?
That is a raptor. Let me turn this and get the ambient light out of the way for you.
So now that you dimmed the display, I can now see through it somewhat. So when you have it brighter, I can't see through it at all, but now I can see through.
So now as I brighten this up.
Oh, okay. How bright is that right now?
So right now you're looking at 18,000 nits for your eye.
That is ridiculous.
For context, this is an iPhone 14 Pro, and in full daylight, this screen will hit 2,000 nits of brightness, meaning it is very usable. This headset though is 18,000 nits, which means that in a dogfight situation, if my nemesis is flying into the sun to try to blind me, my headset is even brighter than that. I got to spend some time trying the ground-based flight simulator.
Can I shoot stuff?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, cool.
All of this is powered by a little gaming PC that lives in the plane.
So this is mostly off-the-shelf PC components that
Yep,
you're using?
exactly. We're using a Mini ITX, a Core i9, and a 3080 there.
I'm curious, as we jump into this, so you said you were using Unreal?
We are. Since it's written in C++, we're able to manipulate the original engine, we're able to change things, and then we do all of our image processing or image rendering in Unreal that then comes out to the eyes here. Pretty sure it's the only 300-mile-an-hour video game on the planet right now.
These are the planes you've got?
These are the Bakoots.
Okay, it's a lot smaller than I thought.
I know, right?
So having these planes must have been hugely helpful because you can tweak and tune and build however you want. Test it, same day in some cases, or from the back seat.
I mean, really, this entire company wouldn't be possible without these planes.
These were originally designed in the 70s?
Designed in the 70s and 80s off of an aircraft called the Long Easy. A lot of people, when they see this, they think it's a Long Easy. This is actually mostly carbon fiber, and then a very powerful IO 540 engine on the back that gives us about 350 horsepower there, and about 1,600 pounds worth of aircraft in the front of it.
Wow.
Actually, it's a standard Warthog Thrustmaster flight controller.
That's literally from a Thrustmaster.
That's straight off a Thrustmaster. We modified it so it fits in the plane and works and sturdy enough. This shoots missiles, you shoot guns out the bottom. They have a little keyboard with them, actually.
Do they really?
So we have this little remote, your standard, Logitech wireless keyboard. So whenever we do our demonstrations or whenever we do our flights, the pilots kind of become a front seat software engineer. And then if they need to debug or reset, they do it right from the front seat.
Where do you put the computer? This thing is tiny. It looks like an F1 cockpit, maybe a little bit bigger, but not by much.
And then the computer itself comes back here and is actually tucked behind your feet.
Oh, dude, that is tiny in there.
And then back here is your parachute. Want to keep you safe?
Wait, say that again?
Yeah, so you'll be flying with a parachute.
There's a parachute?
There's a parachute.
Oh, okay. You could have mentioned this at some point before we already got here to the airport.
We like to tell you right before you get in.
Is there an eject button?
Not yet, but we...
Not yet? What do you mean not yet?
But we can put one in for you, but... Well, if it makes you feel any better, your front seat pilot is an F-18 pilot with 3,800 hours who did 4 deployments, ran off the carrier, and ran Top Gun for a few years.
Oh, okay.
You have some of the best pilots on the planet traveling around.
All right, I feel better. That makes me feel better.
As I'm putting on my flight suit, as the whole Red 6 team are there, helping me get onto the plane.
Face forward. Yeah. Perfect.
There's definitely a level of nervousness, but also, I just don't want to mess up. I want to make it through this flight without saying, nope, I give up at any point. I'm doing this.
Alrighty, so the canopy is down. flight controls are free. There's nobody on the approach end. I've got the traffic on the departure end. Ready to go?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Not a terrible view, huh?
Oh, it's incredible, man.
Yeah, this is the office most of the day, brother. So not terrible.
It's a trip, flying through the sky, being able to experience not only what all of Los Angeles looks like from the air, but also to experience what this little tiny plane that feels like you've basically strapped it on versus the other way around is while I'm testing the AR headset that I've got on my head. It's not just the G's, it's not just this whole wild experience. It's also I'm going to be able to see these planes in the headset almost as if they were in real life flying around me.
And if you look out, you're going to start to see us coming behind the tanker here to the right.
Oh yeah, I see it.
So if I'm going to go practice in-flight refueling, this is a great way to do it for students.
So what you're seeing from the headset is real video. So what you're seeing is really what I'm seeing. And that's really the beauty of this AR headset. It's not virtual reality. It's not like I'm living in a completely virtual world. I'm seeing the real world just with augmented elements put on top of it.
The detail, I think, is what really jumps out to me. It's like,
Right.
especially as you got closer to the tanker, like, I mean, you could see everything on it. And the field of view of the headset is really impressive. I mean, I feel like it's not a limitation at all. You can see everything you need to see.
So if you look over to our right side, there's the F-22. Yeah, right. And so, like I said, I'm going to use this formation approach. I'm going to slime down here, and you can see the J-20 Chinese fighter, the T-38. There's the Boss's #1 F-18 from the Blue Angels. Look at that color, huh? Yeah. Look at the flames
incredible.
of the afterburner. Oh my, this is unbelievable.
Now what you're seeing here is this big orange cube. Now it's easy to forget that this is actually really designed for the military, right? This is meant to help train pilots, and having this big cube not only shows off the detail, the tracking, the fidelity, the brightness, all that kind of stuff, but also it's a good frame of reference to really understand the positioning of the plane and how that is all being fed into the game engine and then therefore into your headset.
And I'll pop up a little bit here to the right so you can get kind of a better feel for it.
Oh yeah.
You know, look at how crazy static is right there.
Yeah.
Just hovering in the sky, brother. Crazy, right? So I tell you what, brother, we're gonna go right into Sam's. So
Okay.
the tech is on. Go over your left shoulder by your knee. They're coming down to get us. So they're starting
yeah.
to boost and phase. You'll see them coming up, and the color is really spectacular.
Yeah.
So look at that.
Oh,
I mean,
we're
boom,
dead.
boom, boom. Yeah, we're totally dead. We were dead like 6 times ago there.
Yeah.
So I tell you what, since you're doing so stellar, I'm going to go right into the 2v1. I'm going to dive a little bit here to the left, and like I said, I'm going to follow the F-18 off to our right. And just to show you, if I wanted to, which is kind of nice, watch my nose here. I'm throwing out some bullets
Oh, yeah.
downrange, and you know, I don't want to hit them right now because I want to be able to have them fight. So what I'm going to do is I want to show you that this is an augmented reality, artificial intelligence fight. These guys are using their own logic to fight against each other, and I'm acting in a supporting role. So I'm basically helping my wingman out right now.
Ow.
And I tell you what, the next thing, before we start doing some bigger maneuver, I'll show you the carrier here. That's worth really seeing. And like I said, you'll see how the occlusion map just makes it absolutely crazy. So I want you to look down as we're coming in here. Look at the water and the way it glints. And then as you get closer, watch the way that the surface of the shadowing and the foam of the ship comes. So this is a pretty decent carrier approach. I've done this a few times, day and night. So I'm coming in. It's the USS Ford. The detail is absolutely spectacular. This is just our first pass at it. When we showed the Navy guys that, they were like, unbelievable.
It's crazy because I think with the previous ones, you know, we saw the planes, but the planes were just kind of floating sort of in air. But with that, you see the water, you see everything. It's really almost like a VR experience.
Let's go fight a 1v1. There he is.
Got him.
Okay, and so fight's on. Coming around here, so you're gonna feel some turn.
Cheese.
There we go.
Cheese. Cheese.
Cheese, baby.
Yeah, there you go. That's
Cheese.
about 5 on you, brother. And
Oh.
there's a couple of bullets coming out at him.
Woo.
And there he's turning.
Oh man, this is great, dude.
Yeah, so he's doing some good work here.
Oh man.
And we're gonna do one more turn around him and fire a missile off. Boom!
Oh, got him!
There he goes, smoking down.
Oh my god, dude.
All right, tech's coming off, brother.
That is wild. I don't even know what to say, man. I don't even know what to say.
Well done, my friend. Well done. Thank you. Well, that was awesome. Enjoy yourself?
Dude, that was incredible. Oh my god, that was so much fun.
This makes it official.
This is not an experience I think I will ever forget. Not only pulling the G's, but also experiencing what the headset can do. The fact that it's all running on the PC between my legs inside this plane. Man, the Wright 6 guys are wild. It's time to fuel up and go again, right? One more time.
It'll take about 5 minutes.